He handed me divorce papers, took our twin daughters, and married his wealthy boss for money. 5 years later, I became the billionaire CEO he'd do anything to have back. But revenge had other plans. Sarah Martinez signed the divorce papers with tears streaming down her face. Her husband Marcus stood beside his boss, Victoria Chun, who wore a Cartier watch worth more than Sarah's entire life. "The twins stay with me," Marcus said coldly. "You can't even feed yourself, let alone 2 children." 3-year-old Emma and Lily clung to Sarah, crying. "Mommy, don't go. I'll come back for you," Sarah promised, kissing their faces. "Mommy will come back." Marcus had been a struggling accountant when they married. Sarah worked 3 jobs to put him through his CPA certification while pregnant with twins. Then Victoria promoted him, showered him with bonuses, and seduced him with promises of wealth Sarah could never provide. "She lives in a roach-infested studio," Marcus told the judge. "I can give them private schools, nannies, everything. Look at us." He gestured to his designer suit, Victoria's diamonds. The court agreed. Sarah lost custody, lost her husband, lost everything. She stood outside the courthouse with nothing but a garbage bag of clothes and $247 in her bank account. Victoria draped herself over Marcus. "Now you can finally live the life you deserve, darling, without that anchor dragging you down." Sarah watched them drive away in Victoria's Mercedes, her daughters' faces pressed against the window, and made a silent vow. "I'll get them back, whatever it takes." Sarah moved into a women's shelter, working 4 jobs, cleaning offices at night, serving coffee at dawn, retail during the day, and coding websites until 2 a.m. She'd always been good with technology, self-taught between caring for Marcus and raising babies. One night, cleaning a tech startup's office, she noticed their website was a disaster. She stayed late, redesigning it for free, leaving a note. "You need better UX. I can help." The CEO, an elderly entrepreneur named Robert Chun, no relation to Victoria, hired her. "You're brilliant. Why are you cleaning offices?" Long story. Sarah worked harder than anyone, taking online courses, learning everything about tech, business, and venture capital. Robert mentored her, seeing potential she'd forgotten existed. "You have something special," Robert said. "Vision, the kind that builds empires." Meanwhile, Sarah saw her daughters every other weekend. Marcus had married Victoria in a lavish ceremony Sarah saw on social media. Emma and Lily looked miserable in their matching designer dresses. "Mommy, when can we live with you?" Emma whispered during a supervised visit. "Soon, baby. Mommy's working on something big." Robert Chun died 2 years later, leaving Sarah his company and a note. "Build something that changes the world. You're capable of more than you know." 5 years post-divorce, Sarah launched Elevate, a revolutionary app connecting low-income workers with living wage jobs, training, and resources. It exploded. Within a year, Elevate was valued at $2 billion. Sarah became the face of tech philanthropy, featured in Forbes, Time, Fortune. She stood on stage at a tech conference in a power suit that cost more than Marcus's monthly salary, addressing thousands. "I was once a struggling single mother who lost custody of her children because I was poor. I built Elevate so no one else has to choose between survival and their children." The standing ovation was deafening. In the audience, Marcus sat frozen. Victoria had dragged him to the conference for networking. He stared at the woman on stage, elegant, powerful, confident, and couldn't reconcile her with the exhausted wife he'd abandoned. "Is that Sarah?" Victoria's voice dripped ice. "No, can't be." But Marcus knew. The eyes, the determination, the way she stood. His ex-wife was now worth more than Victoria's entire family fortune. After the keynote, journalists swarmed Sarah. "How do you balance business and motherhood?" Sarah's smile was razor-sharp. "I'm working on getting my daughters back. Their father took them when I had nothing. Now I have everything. We'll see what the courts say now." Marcus's blood ran cold. Sarah's lawyers filed for custody modification, citing changed circumstances. The court date approached. Marcus panicked. "She's using her money to steal them," Marcus told Victoria. Just like I used yours to take them from her. Victoria's eyes narrowed. Don't compare us. I gave you a real life. She's just lucky. But luck had nothing to do with it. Sarah had worked herself to exhaustion, built something from nothing, transformed pain into purpose. In court, Sarah's lawyer presented evidence. Emma and Lily's therapy records showing depression, isolation, and repeatedly asking for their mother. Marcus's work records showing he was never home, always traveling for Victoria's company. Victoria's social media showing the girls as accessories, not children. Then Sarah testified. I lost my daughters because I was poor. I've spent 5 years building financial security so I could give them the life they deserve. Not nannies and private schools, love, time, presence. Things money can't buy, but poverty prevented me from providing. The judge reviewed the evidence. Given the significant change in circumstances and the children's expressed preference, I'm granting primary custody to Ms. Martinez, with Mr. Martinez receiving supervised visitation. Emma and Lily ran to Sarah, sobbing. Marcus stood frozen, Victoria's furious gaze burning into him. You've lost everything, Victoria hissed. Again, adjusting to life with Sarah was hard. Emma and Lily, now 8, had been raised in Victoria's cold, materialistic world. They expected nannies, not bedtime stories. Designer clothes, not homemade pancakes. You don't have a chef? Lily asked their first morning together. No, baby. We cook together. It's how families bond. Sarah handed her a whisk. Want to help? Slowly, the girls thawed. Sarah attended every school event, helped with homework, listened to their fears and dreams. She hired a therapist to help them process the years of manipulation. Victoria said you gave us away because you didn't want us, Emma admitted one night. Sarah's heart shattered. That's not true. I lost you because I was poor and the system failed us. But I never, ever stopped wanting you. Every single day, I worked to get you back. Meanwhile, Marcus's life crumbled. Victoria divorced him when he lost custody. She'd only wanted him as a family man for her image. His job evaporated. He lost the house, the car, everything. One night, he appeared at Sarah's door, haggard and desperate. Can I see them? Please. I know I don't deserve it. But Sarah looked at the broken man before her, remembering the husband she'd once loved. Why, Marcus? Why did you abandon us? Marcus broke down on Sarah's doorstep. I was drowning. We had nothing. I was working 3 jobs and still couldn't afford diapers. Victoria offered me everything, a real salary, security, a future. She said the girls would have better lives. I thought I was saving them from poverty. By taking them from their mother? Sarah's voice was ice. I was wrong. God, Sarah, I was so wrong. Marcus sobbed. Victoria manipulated everything. She wanted a trophy husband and instant family for her social circles. The moment custody changed, she didn't care about the girls. They were props. And I let it happen. I chose money over you, over them, over everything that mattered. Sarah stared at this shell of a man. Part of her wanted to slam the door, make him suffer as she had. But another part, the part that remembered loving him, that saw the father her daughters still needed, hesitated. You destroyed our family for a woman who never loved you. I know. I threw away a real diamond for costume jewelry. Marcus looked up, eyes red. I'm not asking forgiveness. I'm asking for a chance to be their father. The real kind, not the absent one Victoria wanted. I'll do anything. You'll have supervised visits. Prove you've changed. Actions, Marcus. Not words. Months passed. Marcus showed up. Every visitation, every school event Sarah allowed. Every therapy session. He got a modest job, a small apartment, rebuilt his life with humility. The girls slowly forgave him. Sarah watched, conflicted. She'd built walls around her heart, armor forged from betrayal. But seeing Marcus genuinely change, seeing her daughters heal with both parents present, those walls cracked. One evening, picking up the girls after Marcus's visitation, Sarah found them baking cookies together, flour everywhere, laughing. Mommy, Daddy remembered Grandma's recipe. Emma beamed. Marcus looked up, caught. Sorry about the mess. We got carried away. Sarah smiled. Genuinely smiled at him for the first time in 6 years. It's okay. Kitchens are supposed to be messy. Their eyes held. Something unspoken passed between them. Later, after the girls were asleep, Marcus lingered at the door. Sarah, I know I have no right to ask, but is there any chance someday you could forgive me? Not for us. Just for peace. Sarah studied him. The arrogant man who'd abandoned her was gone, replaced by someone humble, broken, rebuilt. I'm working on it. Forgiveness isn't instant. I'll wait, however long it takes. As Sarah closed the door, she realized something terrifying. She still felt something for him. A year after regaining custody, Sarah attended a charity gala. Her company was thriving, now valued at $5 billion. She was dating a kind surgeon, Daniel, who treated her daughters like princesses. Marcus was there too, volunteering as part of his redemption tour. He'd started a non-profit helping fathers navigate custody systems ethically. He looked good, healthier, grounded, genuine. Sarah, Marcus approached carefully. You look stunning. How are the girls? Thriving. Happy. Whole again. Sarah sipped champagne, aware Daniel was watching from across the room. You've done good work with your non-profit. Trying to atone. Marcus's eyes held regret. I see you're with someone. Daniel seems great. He is. He's everything you weren't. Reliable, present, kind. Then why do you look sad when you say it? Marcus stepped closer. I know I destroyed what we had. But Sarah, I never stopped loving you. I just stopped valuing you. Biggest mistake of my life. Sarah's breath caught. Marcus, you don't get to do this. You don't get to come back and complicate things after I've finally found stability. I know. I just needed you to know. The only reason I'm still breathing is the hope that someday, maybe, you'll give me another chance to be the man I should have been all along. Daniel approached, ending the moment. But Sarah's heart raced. Sarah couldn't stop thinking about Marcus. It infuriated her. She had Daniel safe, stable, perfect on paper. But when she kissed Daniel, she felt nothing. When Marcus looked at her, she felt everything. I'm not in love with you, Sarah told Daniel honestly. You deserve someone who is. Daniel, gentleman that he was, understood. It's him, isn't it? Your ex. I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe I'm just broken. You're not broken. You're human. Daniel kissed her forehead. Don't choose safety over truth. I did that once. Biggest regret of my life. That night, Sarah went to Marcus's modest apartment. He opened the door shocked, in sweatpants and a t-shirt. Nothing like the designer-clad man he'd been with Victoria. Sarah is everything. She kissed him. Desperate, angry, passionate. All the years of hurt and longing poured into that kiss. Marcus responded, pulling her inside, kicking the door shut. They made love with years of pain and regret transforming into something raw and real. Afterward, tangled in his sheets, Sarah cried. I hate that I still love you, she whispered. I hate that you broke me and I still want you. Marcus held her tightly. I'll spend the rest of my life earning you back. Every single day. I swear it. 3 years later, Sarah and Marcus stood at the altar again. This time in a small ceremony with just their daughters, now 11 as flower girls. Do we have to share Mom again? Lily teased Marcus. Yes, but I promise to be worthy of sharing her this time, Marcus replied seriously. They'd rebuilt slowly. Therapy, trust exercises, brutal honesty. Marcus had proven himself, not through grand gestures, but through consistent presence. He'd supported Sarah's business expansion, become an equal parent, and worked daily to deserve the second chance he'd been given. I'm not the same naive girl you married the first time, Sarah said in her vows. I'm the woman who survived your abandonment, built an empire, and chose to love you again despite every logical reason not to. Don't make me regret it. I won't, Marcus promised. You're not the girl I married. You're the woman who taught me what actually matters. Not money, not status, family, Love. You. Always you. 5 years after their divorce, Sarah had everything. Her daughters, her company, and a husband who'd learned love's true value through losing it. Victoria watched from social media, alone in her mansion, and finally understood. Sarah had won everything that mattered. And that's how Sarah proved that the best revenge is success, but the ultimate power is choosing forgiveness on your own terms. Marcus learned that real wealth is measured in love, not money, and it took losing everything to understand that. If this story satisfied your need for justice and romance, smash that like button and subscribe. Drop a baby if you loved the twin daughters, a money bag if you loved her billionaire glow up, or a broken heart if you believe in second chances. Would you take him back? Let me know below.